Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Age of Empires 4. We have, let me put this in caster mode first of all. We have a Molly. We have Wham on the Molly on the left side. He's got his pit mine going. He has his houses down, going for the next one. And we have Deli on the right. Now, this matchup is kind of a weird one for me. Okay, I know this, when you build your houses like this, by the way, this kind of means that you're committing hard into feudal because you're saving that 25 wood on the mining camp so that you're just generating a little bit more, and he's probably going to do the same thing here because the Malians are generating a lot of extra resources from just their pit mines, like these pit mines. Wait, this is, it gives 102. I thought this was supposed to be 87. Okay, that's a lot. I thought this was 87, but like that means you're generating an extra 200, 200 or 100, 204 plus 75, so 279 gold, which Deli with all three sacred sites is only generating an extra 375. So like you're not even generating 100 less, and like you're generating it, he's gonna be generating it already. And like Deli's big thing is you're getting these sacreds, all these techs for free, but like with the amount of extra gold you get from Molly, you get that for free. And so I'm always, as the Molly, I'm always like, hey, I should win this matchup easily, but I don't, and it's kind of because while Molly has such a good eco, their units aren't really great. Um, and you can, like, the extra attack speed from the archers and like the extra health and damage. For instance, in the feudal age, these Ghazi raiders, they trade almost evenly with Sofa. Not in equal resources, or not in equal number, but in equal resources. They do. Okay, he is getting one pit mine down. I guess you do have a lot of extra gold after you get feudal, and I guess he's just, or I mean, I guess it's been a while since he got feudal, but he's just dealing with his extra gold by doing this. He still has some sheep left, but I guess he's just gonna keep making cows, and I think it would be good if he just ate these cows now. One thing we can mention, he has 15 on wood. Does he have? He does have his lumber preservation, or his double broadaxe. This is a lot on wood. As Molly, you have to consider you're paying 30 wood for these donzos, sure, but you're not paying anything for these draft throwers. And so like you need so much wood as Molly, like to get your pit mines, to get your houses, to get your cattle ranches, to get your production. But once you have those done, you suddenly don't need any wood, and it can be an issue. Like already he's making 500 a minute. But let's see, this is actually really heavy aggression. Usually when I play against Delis, is he not even going to capture the sacred sites? I mean, I guess he is now. Okay, so we have two cattle ranches. And now the Molly is just making a lot of extra resources. He doesn't have horticulture, which I think is a bit of a mistake. The horticulture, if you didn't know, it buffs the cows, it's buffing the vills, and it's also buffing the vills that are gathering the cows. So it's a very good upgrade, especially when most of your economy is on food. Okay, now we've got all this production down. Now we kind of need to see some like less vills on wood, unless you want to go into archers, which is a bit of a mistake here, I think. How's the army value looking? Delhi pulling ahead in army value, and he is also gonna have his upgrades all finishing now. But the thing to keep in mind, okay, he's gonna go castle off of this. When you see a Delhi gathering gold, it only means castle. Because what else are you going to spend the gold on? Which, this does kind of present a timing that Wham can take advantage of. Alright, so he does have all his pit mines secure. Okay, what? Oh wait, no, a house died. Okay, that's why it's generating less. Let me see. How many? Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know I should keep track of the action, but I love just looking at numbers. I'm a numbers guy. Okay, so we have 35 gold, or this thing generates 35 gold plus 25%. So that means you should be getting an extra 200%. So basically 35 times 3. So yeah, 102 makes sense. I guess it should actually be 105, but whatever. Okay, I swear, I'll pay attention to the action now. We got the castle gradually coming through. We got sacred site, 2 sacred sites, sacred site walled up here. He's got the scout on, and right now the Mali actually has the advantage here by a lot, or the army advantage at least. And like, he also has these 2 ranches, which they're actually like they're generating 100 food a minute each. So they're kind of like a food sacred site. And 96 does mean he has horticulture, right? Yeah, it does. So now our Mali player is just going to look to get a bunch more gold. And this is where it gets kind of scuffed for the Delhi. As Delhi, you really want to fight the Malian feudal. Because like, Mali gets to a point in feudal where you can't really, it's really hard to micro your army. And like, because you know, when you have 11 jav throwers, you gotta split them up into 2 groups to take advantage of it. But that you can't really do the dance where you like pull back from the archers and then, or you pull back from the Ghazis and then you shoot the archers. It's hard to do it with 2. It's basically impossible with 3. And so it does get very awkward. Meanwhile, like, these archers are really good. The Ghazi raiders also very good. And like Wam is just now getting his upgrades in. Okay, so at this point you kind of need to put Vils on gold. Or unless I should say, if you want to go for this full cow boom, you need Vils on gold. Because as you can see, he can't even really produce cows with the units and stuff he's producing. But if you want to like just put a bunch of feudal pressure, you don't need that. Wait. What? Give Your Anxiety was on gold. He did gather extra gold, but it was just... He's just making more scholars with them. Oh, he's making more scholars for the army. He's fully... Yeah, he's gonna fight this in feudal, which is the correct mistake. Which is the correct call. But as you can see, like, they're only in 1 control group. They should be technically in 2, but... Or they should be in 3 at this point. Because 6 Jav Thor is 1-shot an archer, but... It's very hard. Like, it's hard to micro that. I have a friend, actually. And he's like, oh yeah, I can... He's like plat or something, by the way. He's like, oh yeah, I'll just split them into 4 control groups. And then shift-click all the archers. First of all, I know he can't do that because I watched him play, and he doesn't do that at all. But the other thing is like, yeah, you can do that, but then, like, let's say you have to pull back from the Ghazis with your Jav throwers, then all the shift clicks go away, and suddenly it's not very good. Wham is in a great spot here. I think I love casting these high-level games, especially on civs. I like, and in matchups I struggle with. And I do kind of struggle with the Delhi Mali matchup. I would say, like, Ottoman feels like an instant loss for me as Mali, but Delhi is probably another harder civ to play against when I am Mali. But I think Wham is making the correct move. Like, here I would have totally put like 5 Vils on gold and just tried to get my full cow boom going. But Wham hasn't put anything on gold. Oh wait, never mind. I'm lying. He has 14 Vils on gold. Okay. Okay, but this... He still is way ahead on army value. Oh no, this is really bad. When the job throwers can just A move into the archers, that's like exactly what you want as a Mali player. And the thing is that the Ghazi numbers are so low. The Ghazi numbers are so low that you could go in line formation and then like you can't really do anything because all the Ghazis will just die. He is sniping out the scholars, which is not damage efficient, but he is splitting now to multiple groups. He still has a bunch of spears alive, which is good for him. It does look like he will win this fight just because of the outmass. Or he outmasses his opponent so much. The archers, you know, they're still able to like do some damage, and the Ghazis, you know, even though he's up more than 2-1 in army value, the Delhi army is still kind of trading cost effectively. Okay, but now you know it doesn't look like he has enough. Yeah, and I'm just sticking it in feudal. That's where I've had a lot of... going castle... Like, going castle here would be amazing. But going castle against Delhi is just really greedy. And, like, going... And it's really... It's not even just going castle. It's you're making all these cows and then you want to go castle. And, you just kind of can't do that, in my experience. I say in my experience because I try to do that and I get punished for it. Alright. Yeah, and this is the point in the game where Delhi is not... They would be getting so much extra resources from getting techs, but they're not getting any extra resources anymore. And actually this is trouble. This is trouble for Mali. Even though they have such a big army advantage, they don't have enough Donzos, and the Donzos will die super fast to the archers. And like you've got such a big massive jav throwers, it's kind of better to just click on the Ghazis here. But actually, yeah, there is enough jav throwers now to just start one-shotting the Ghazi raiders. And we might want to, he might just want to start shooting the Ghazis now, because once the Ghazis are dead, the archers can't really do that much. Yeah. Alright. I actually chose this game just because I wanted to see how like a top level Mali would play against the Delhi. I think this is cool. Like the problem with this is the instant that the Delhi goes castle, all of these jav throwers become almost useless. Like just a few man-at-arms or a few knights, or just like a few man-at-arms, and like you can't. Like they're trading, they would trade so badly. So that is the problem, but of course Mali can go castle anytime they want because they're making 1600 food and 800 gold a minute, and that's looks like he's actually gonna go castle, and I'm just wondering if when that castle age comes through, are we just gonna see a GG? Because Give You Anxiety is barely holding on right now. Okay, it's gonna be the Grand Furlani Corral, of course. I don't think I've seen... I don't remember the last time I saw Farimba. It's been so long. Everybody just goes Corral now. Which, I mean, I guess it's healthier for the game, but... Yeah, kind of miss it. One thing to note is these scholars are so fucking tanky. 130 health. It means that, you know, you need like 20 jav throwers to one-shot one of those. Yeah, I think Give You Anxiety's mistake was not going castle. I said that, like, you know, you kind of want to stick around in feudal. Yeah, and that's the castle age. And then once these jav throwers get their veterancy, it's yeah, and he taps out. But that was a great game. Both of them. Thanks for watching, everyone.